So today is Dear Diary Day 2, and I hope you guys are doing good. So before I get started, I would like to thank this one person who gave me constructive criticism last time. She told me that since the Dear Diary series, she really liked the idea of Dear Diary series. Along with that, she told me that since it's something that I'm sharing, something that I learn every day, or something that has happened with me, she said that since the name is Dear Diary, it's better if I read it out to you. So here it is. I am gonna read what happened in Dear Diary Day 2. So let's begin. Dear Diary Day 2. I have I had a high school friend, more like my best friend. We had a dispute and we stopped talking around 3 years back. Recently, since the whole lockdown situation began, all of us started talking again. However, things between us didn't improve as much as I expected. So, what happened following our virtual school reunion was that she had a lot of complaints against me and apparent grudges. She told me that back then in high school, I had been a negative influence in her life and I gave her confinement issues now as an adult. She also said that I used to talk over her and always victimize myself. Now, here with all these allegations, I didn't know what to say to her. So, I sincerely apologized to her, but also told her that I do not remember doing anything like that, or whatever allegations that she has put forward, I do not recall being a part of any of those. This was because of two reasons. The first reason, I have a very weak memory, more like repression. Now, repression is like a defense mechanism that our mind adapts unconsciously. The second reason being she was my best friend, and I remember the times I have called her smart and intelligent, and I remember how she used to share her secrets and insecurities, etc., with me as a teenager, which is why all of this came as a shock to me, and I mean shock, not a surprise. Cool. So now that I've told you the plot, I'll tell you what I learned and how this affected me. I learned that we are all a bad person in someone's story. I had read this like some time back, more than I think a year back on Instagram, and I always used to think that I hope I'm not a bad person in someone's story because I really know how bad it feels to, like it would be heartbreaking for me to know that I have hurt someone. But again, you never know, right? So here it is. I have been a bad person in someone's story. So that's one thing that I learned. I must have hurt her in some way if she's so stubborn over the accusations, even if it was unintentional. So when I was in ninth, no, 10th or something, it is very strange that I precisely remember around what time I had read this on the internet. I mean, I was a very frequent Tumblr user. Tumblr is an app. So I used to use Tumblr a lot back then during high school. So I had read this around that time on Tumblr that if someone says that you have hurt them, you do not have a right to oppose it. I mean, you cannot deny the fact that you have hurt someone if if they're saying that you have. So even if it was unintentional, I did cause a lot of emotional harm or psychological harm to her back then, as she says that I have. So yes, I did not deny that I must have did it. Of course, I do remember saying that to her that I do not like. See, I'm not saying that I have not hurt her, but I'm saying that I do not remember doing that. But of course, I must have if she is so positive over it. So yeah. But also I learned But I also learned that you cannot hate yourself for every mistake you do, and as a coincidence, a friend of mine mentioned this to me in a conversation yesterday. Now, this is, yeah, I mean, you can say it's a coincidence. So, I have this friend of mine who is very much into philosophy and poetry. So, we were talking about something yesterday, and he said that you see the world in binary. and which is why everything goes wrong. So it's like it's more like a black and white thing. You either did something wrong or you didn't do something wrong. There's no in between. But there is a lot in between. And we need to start looking for those things, I mean, it can make a lot of difference in our daily lives, and which will lead to a difference in the entire society. Please ignore that word. Just forget it. I mean, I know what I said, but I don't know if it was relevant here. Okay. So, where was I? Yeah. So the conversation that we had yesterday, he said that we see the world in binary, and which is why everything goes wrong. And I didn't know I would be saying this with so much of clarity so soon. I did feel guilty, yes. However, she also had said things to me that hurt my sentiments in a very harsh way. I thought of her as the most sensible, trustworthy person in my life, and few years back, before we cut the ties off, she told me I bring negativity in her life while I was extremely vulnerable. Oh, which reminds me, when I confronted her over this, she told me I victimize myself. Now, this is something that she has been constantly saying this to me, that I have been doing, what only thing that I have been doing is victimizing myself all the while, and I don't know why she keeps saying that. Just because I share my stuff with her, or just because now that I've actually started the whole channel, she thinks I do it on a larger scale, and I have no justification or clarification to give it to her on this particular statement that she keeps making. Okay, so I told you what I learned. Now I'll tell you how this affected me, because it's a very big deal, and me saying this on YouTube, I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know the consequences. So how it affected me. Apparently I have pointers on that also. So how this affected me. Firstly, since she called me pretentious and said that I'm a shitty person, I started doubting whether or not I deserve to work on this channel, and if this is what people think of me, I don't know how am I going to continue. So I considered deleting the channel. Then I decided to come forward and say it out loud for numerous reasons. One of the major reasons being that I do not want to portray myself as a saint. I do not want you guys to think that I am a extremely nice person, which I kind of am. But then you know what I'm trying to say. It's not like as I said, I don't want you guys to think that I'm a saint. I just want to show you guys that I'm as flawed as you, I'm as regular as you are. But I'm just one of the regular girls who thought of bringing a change because I needed this change back then. Even now I need this change, and since no one else is doing it, I thought I'll do it myself. So yeah, this is what happened today, and these are the things that I learned out of it, and that's how it affected me. Thank you for listening, and you know where to reach me, how to reach me, and there's anything you want to say to me, any criticisms, any pointers whatsoever, your stories, the link and the email addresses are in the description. I really don't know how to I don't know how to take this, but I'll be fine, and I hope you guys are doing fine as well. The only thing I can say is we have to stay strong, and I'm not here to gain sympathy. I'm here to make sure that my empathy reaches everyone, because I know how badly we all need this. I'm doing this for us, I'm doing this for the entire community. I don't know how people see me, but as I always keep saying, the people who know me and people who know I'm doing this, they are enough for me. So let's spread the word, and let's make everyone feel secure, and let them know they are not alone. I want you guys to know you are not alone. We can do this, and we can do this together. We have to do this together. So see you next time. Until then, guys, stay safe, stay strong.